Hey, this is Glenn and we're making money with storage unit auctions. The title of this segment, How to Deal with Crazy Kooky Property Managers. This one is for liquor management, LQM. That's kind of cool, liquor management. Hey, I'm looking for some of that Grey Goose. Anyway, this is a problem. It's something that if you're a active, heavy duty buyer, you're going to run into it. I'll tell you the story of Bud. Don't know his real name, but he was Bud. He looked like a freaking Bud. It was over in Latonia and Metro Storage. I didn't like this guy. He didn't like me. And for months there was tension. And he was an asshole and he was nasty. And there was some rumors that he was helping some other folks out, but without proof, I'm not going to go into that. But let's just say if it comes out to be true, I would not be surprised. Bud actually tried to ban me. And let me tell you what he did. I had bought a unit of his property and I was on my way to clean it out. There was an accident on 285. I called him. I was like, hey, I'm on my way, but there's this accident on 285. I'm stuck in traffic. If you live in Atlanta, you know this happens quite a bit. I get there and he's like, all right. So I cleaned out the unit and they were so anal that they had to let you in the gate and they had to let you out, and you can only clean the property out during business hours. So on my way out, I push it and I was like, okay, I got the unit cleaned out. And he's like, yeah, do me a favor. Never ever come back to any of my auctions again. You are officially banned. I was like, what the fuck? So I go to the district manager and, we smooth it out. And what happened was there was the one auction I couldn't go to give Bud his power. Ooh, little impotent bastard. And life went on. How do you deal with kooky managers? It's going to be a case-by-case case-by-case deal. The email you sent me with the little old guy and how the dog turned on you, I ran into that quite a bit. There's a few places here in Atlanta and they'll tell you, we never have auctions. This is what you do. You consistently watch that property because this is what's going to happen. Number one, the manager's going to die or get fired or quit. New manager comes, things change. Number two, the property may be bought or sold. New company owns it, everything changes. And just keep watching it and you'll be surprised. There was this place and the name of it is Madison Self Storage. For years, we don't have auctions. We don't have auctions. We don't have auctions. Then one day, bam, there's an ad in the paper for auctions. I didn't even go there because they were problematic from the beginning and they stayed problematic to the end. I don't know what's going on there, but find other places to go. Keep it on your sheet. Check in every now and then. Make sure that, maybe a manager may move on, like I said. But as long as he's there and he has that mentality, there ain't nothing you can do about it except find another property, because property managers have way more power than you can imagine. All it takes is screwing up the paperwork, then that person has just gotten 60 to 90 more days to pay up their unit. Also, kooky people. There's bad kooky and there's good kooky. I had a property manager, I'm not going to say her name, and she had 2 kids and she was just stressed and everybody thought she was mean. And one day I went by there at lunch, because a lot of times she was like, I never go to lunch, I never go to lunch. Just went by there. I saw that she had Zaxby's. So I swung by Zaxby's, got her what I saw, and I was like, hey, have a nice lunch. And you would have thought I gave her an orgasm. I mean, she's like, was calling me auction day. She's like, yep, we're going to have some really good stuff here. He's probably not going to pay because we've had I mean, it's like they know a lot more, but think about it. Are you going to give someone great information if they're in your face? Say, what you got? There was one of the clampets. She used to come in there. So you got any good units? You need to tell me. I'm going to breathe on you. I mean, seriously, you get more with kindness. And I was like shocked because I just did it because sometimes it just pays to do something good for someone and just get the hell on. Because that was my deal. I was just like, hey, here's lunch. Because I know what it is to have a job where you can't go to lunch. No one gives a shit if you're hungry. And I was like, hey, And that one day in that Zaxby mill got me 5 years of goodwill. And I was like, whoa, I brought donuts. And you can't do this stuff during the auction because it's the property managers, bosses there, other there's too much going on. You've actually got to step outside the norm and do it on your own. And also, if you're out, what is it? You swing by, like, hey, let me go outside and chat the folks up. Actually pay them attention on a day that is not auction day. A lot of these guys I've known for years, I see them in the street. It's like, hey, how you doing? They're people too. But deal, kooky people, take it case by case, kind of look at it. Like the little old guy, it could be his property. A lot of times they'll own their property. And they're not going to tell you, especially if it's a standalone facility. If it's part of a chain, call corporate and see what's up. But that's the best I can help you with, because you're going to run into it. And unless you catch them doing something egregious, there's really nothing you can do. Like, give you a good example. This one guy, this is what he said he did. Customer comes in, and the customer's like, man, if I can get that stainless steel refrigerator out there, I'll sell it and I'll pay my rent. And the manager supposedly said, okay. And, sometimes if you get in well enough, they let you look at the pictures. Not supposed to. So one of the guys is like, in the picture, there was a refrigerator in that corner. Then the manager's like, oh, yeah, man. Yeah, he came in and he said if I let him get the refrigerator, he's going to sell it and pay us. But, he fucked me, man. Right. And because they had no proof, they did not fire him immediately. It took some time. Because, see, this is the thing. They're not just going like, oh, they have to have proof, because you just go ahead and start firing someone and you have an employee handbook. You can get yourself in a world of hurt even if you know they're guilty. You can't just know. You have to have proof and cause to save yourself heartache and pain. So if you see someone doing something crazy, let the manager know. And understand, it may not be an immediate change. It could take months. And you'll see, if you stay in the business a minute, like 3 years, you'll see this guy that worked at this property, he's working at this property. This manager worked for this company, now he's working for this company. They move around a lot because it makes sense. If you were a storage facility manager, you have storage facility manager experience, so you're going to move to another company. So, be real careful who you piss off, because you think, oh, yeah, here's a new property in town. And then there's the guy that you's like, oh, I hate him. Except I didn't care if I pissed Bud off. I actually told Bud to kiss my ass. And I actually saw him later, and he was very humble because some shit had happened. I think he had health problems. But that's the deal. Hopefully this helped you, because it really doesn't sound like there's much you could do. And, Mr. Magoo and his little dog Sparky are going to be running shit for a minute. But then again, you said he was old. He could kick off any day now. Not wishing anything bad, but like I said, just keep abreast of the property. Check in every month, because the month you don't check in, bam, well, there's an auction, and yeah, I got this. Because typically, when a storage facility that didn't have auctions start to have auctions, good shit comes out because of the buildup. There was another property, nice lady, really sweet, never had any auctions. Go there, was always junk. She retires, bam, 10, 15 units every month for like work. Oh, what the hell? The change, she moved on. I'm telling you, there's a lot they can do. Be nice to them. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions.